her remarks mentioned the need for ongoing dispute resolution. It's a good moment to acknowledge the presence of Paul Hines of the Dispute Resolution Foundation. Mr. Hines, there you are, representing Don Parchment, along with all the colleagues of the Dispute Resolution Foundation. You know, there's some really exciting things that are going to happen. You're going to hear more about the JAMIN Music Studio in a few minutes, but also just to let you know that, you know, there's a whole school of thought about taking social responsibility to a whole new level. And understanding it as a science, understanding it as a field for entrepreneurship, and understanding its transformative potential. Want to, in that regard, acknowledge Dr. Michael Rosberg of the Institute of Social Entrepreneurship and Equity, part of AIR, which will be launching in May a Master's in Business Administration, an MBA in Social Entrepreneurship, coming out of the University College of the Caribbean. These are huge developments. So, to continue, and I'm going to do a little change again on the program. Ziggy, bear with me. Going to go straight to hear from our other community partners, because what this project, what this process, what the JAMIN Studio, and the overall vision is a vision of removing barriers, so much so that we do not even recall that they ever existed. And as part of that, I am pleased to be able to invite Marcelina Blackburn from Jonestown, representing the Jonestown Community Development Council, to come and make her remarks, and then follow, sorry? What? His, Marcelino. Okay, all right. Okay, so yeah, all right. So it's actually going to be Tamika? Tamika? Is that good? Okay. Aha. So yeah. It would have been his remarks if it were Marcelino, but Marcelina isn't here, so representing will be Tamika Grant from the Jonestown Community Development Council. And then following Marcelino, Patricia, if you would come right forward, Patricia Sanford of the Rostown Community.
All protocol observed, good afternoon. Let me first introduce myself. My name is Tamika Grant, the Secretary of the Jonestown Community Development Committee. Under the Jamaican Violence Prevention, Peace and Sustainable Development Program, the Social Development Commission, in partnership with the Jonestown Community Development Committee, have hosted several projects within the community of Jonestown. Among these are capacity building training, refurbishing of the model basic school, and several supporting activities to build and increase the relationship between the community and the police. As it relates to capacity building, approximately 100 persons were trained. Currently, the CDC is now in the process of writing and submitting proposal documents for funding. In addition to this, children in the community now has access to a safer and more secure learning environment. Also, at-risk youths have a space for additional educational programs. In concluding, the Jamaican Violence Program has significantly impacted the community of Jonestown. There is now increased interaction between the community and the police, increased capacity of CPC members, a newly renovated educational institution, and finally, scores of youths being sensitized about the alternative livelihood program. We take this opportunity to thank the SDC and by extension, other partners, UNDP, USAID, JVPPSD, AIR, and the police for their continuing support. Based on the success of the project, we look forward to a phase 2. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Well, I learned from the best. All protocol observed. I'm kind of not sounding well because I have the flu, but I'll just say my little piece. I am here this evening to say thanks to the program, safety and security. For so long, Rosestown has been just a little dot on the map. And so a lot of persons don't know that Trenchtown, Rosestown is a part of the Trenchtown community. It has been known as Rosestown, and so a lot of persons think that Rosestown is a community to itself. And so we are coming into our home to know that Rosestown is a district of Trenchtown. So whenever you speak of Trenchtown, please consider Rosestown. I want to say thank you especially to Mr. Jonathan Bird. One of the reasons is that he's the person who is always pushing for Rosestown, and he's always including us into whatever project comes up where UNDP is concerned. So I want to say thanks to Jonathan for that. Under the project, the Rosestown community were able to do, as was mentioned before, senior citizen retreat where we treat 66 senior citizens with grocery bags. We were also able to collaborate with the other 3 districts of Trenchtown, which is Federal Gardens, Wilton Gardens, Linda's Greenwich, where we collaborate into an sports day, and that was significant for us. Reason being, for so long we have been just Rosestown and being there. We weren't able to get involved in a lot of activities with the other communities. And that was very significant because these 4 communities, district came together as a community and participated in a sports day. We also had a domino tournament where 4 districts came together, and that is the significance for us, that we are able to put aside whatever differences and to come together and have fun. For the safety and security in terms of, the police was a part of that, I must say. For able to work with the police, we are, I must let you know, a paradigm of shift. And the Rosestown community are working with the police. It is happening slowly, but to be honest with you, it's sure. Because the community of Rosestown and the people are working with the police. And so we are looking forward to greater things, better things in the future. Thank you very much.